some questions for the panel about what we're seeing as a national trend around zombie legislation, so stuff that has been previously repealed, but now we're seeing it come back in a lot of different places. More recently in DC, we have the Secure Omnibus Crime Bill, and in my experience, I see that a lot of legislation is transient, so it goes into sister jurisdictions. So I'm thinking DC, into PG and MoCo, and just places in Maryland. Curious to know your thoughts about specific provisions around like drug-free zones or a rebuttable presumption for detention, things that we're seeing in DC. They're expanding legal definitions like carjacking or organized retail theft. So these are just more ways to criminalize Black and brown people, especially youth. So curious to know your thoughts about, like, do you see similar trends in Maryland or issues that maybe haven't been discussed yet? Just, additional ways to criminalize folks and youth specifically.
100%. There are similar trends in Maryland and all across the country. And what, maybe it wasn't as clear, but this past session, when we did the rollbacks on the Juvenile Justice Reform Bill, that is exactly what that was. It was going backwards on a law that hadn't even had a chance to really, have the ink dry on the paper. So it's happening all over the country. And so what do we do to guard against it? One, I think what's really important when you're in a place like Maryland is you have to look at the fact that you have a blue state, and I talked about this yesterday. You got a 2/3 majority, Democrats in the House and the Senate. You got a Democrat speaker, a Democrat Senate president, a Democrat governor. There is no political justification for doing it. If they're doing it, it's because they have adopted the same racist ideology as red states and Republican and conservative counterparts when it comes to Black people and Black youth in particular.